Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Pass to Hayes. Excellent defense there from Zubac. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Here's Doncic. Makes it off the glass.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Now, here is Harden. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Lakers. And they double up LeBron. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. We're about 1 minute into the first. Pass to Hachimura. Doncic outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ. Michael Jordan.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
He can't get that one. Nice D from Doncic. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. Here's Harden. Luka Doncic grabs the miss.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And you are at the mercy of LeBron James. Once he gets that kind of positioning, nice finish.
Here's Harden. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin. And I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
Clippers trail by 4. Over to the left wing. Zubac in the post. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. The Lakers on offense. Knocked away. And stolen by Dunn. Right side Leonard. In the corner, Harden. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And Kawhi is certainly one of the strongest players in the league at that position, just doing damage.
Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Doncic. Good D by Harden. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Leonard. Back to Powell. Here's Harden. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
And honestly, that was a great effort defensively, but Harden just with that unique ability to get his shot off under any circumstances.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Doncic. James outside. To end the drought. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Harden outside. Got a hand on it. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. It's good from long range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Harden. What a terrific move that was. Harden's got his second basket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Finney-Smith. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
4 seconds left. And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Here's Powell. And he banks in the layup.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
I see him.
Harden right side. Stolen. Connect with a wide open look. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. When you think about James Harden, he's had such an effect on the game. Brent, they changed the rules because of him.
Well, it's interesting, Kevin, because you can think about it a couple of ways. There was a system change for James Harden to try the system, and then, as James has said himself, he became the system. So leaning into all of the analytics of basketball, you have to have somebody who can represent all of the things that system would require, and it came in the form of the beard for many years. And that kind of offensive output is something that is going to be, we'll be hard pressed to see that again, Kevin.
Out left to the wing. Back to Powell. Here's Leonard. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Hachimura. The Lakers in the lead. Pass to Vincent. Hachimura with it. And there's the drive. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Hachimura showing you how agile he can be at his size. Dangerous on the drive.
Here's Harden. Vincent with the rebound. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Connect. That one good for 2.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Knocked loose.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Back to Vincent. And here's Reeves outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harden. Vincent with the rebound. Lakers leading by 5. Lakers working the ball around now. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. So the wing on the left. And a wide open look for Hachimura. And again, no good by the Lakers. Pass to Leonard. Second chance shot. And rebounded by Connect. Reeves outside. .152 left in the second quarter. And here is Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Connect. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. Screen by Leonard. Looking to end his cold spell. And he lays it up and in. Leonard's got 8 points.
Sneaky right there on the pick and roll. Leonard knew exactly how the defense would react, and he took advantage.
Reeves gets the bucket.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Count that bucket.
Powell with a little teardrop action that time.
Benson with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
In the corner, it's James. James absorbing hits on the drive.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Pass to Mills. Outside for Batum. There's a screen. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Batum 6'8", but really sneaky with those long arms. Can go inside and score.
Doncic off contact.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And he's able to get it back. Here's Mills. Drops in the layup for 2. Mills has got his first points of the game.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers ahead, up by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Out to the right wing. Back to Bogdanovich. Simmons looking around. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Brent, when you talk about the Clippers franchise, and you appreciate this so much, their first superstar was really Bob McAdoo.
And what a tremendous talent. You know, most people remember Bob McAdoo with his years with the Lakers. But, man, when he was with the Buffalo Braves, 3 straight scoring titles, was the league MVP in 1975. Sorry, Dad. Some people still consider him the club's best player ever.
Doncic outside. Launches a 3.
Defense is one of Simmons' strong suits. He puts his wingspan to work on that one.
For the lead, to the middle. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Coffey. From downtown, it's rebounded by Doncic. On the wing, Reeves. LeBron outside. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Doncic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 7.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
The Lakers in the lead. Doncic looking it over. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Simmons pulls it in. Here now the Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And, David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Batum, the screen. He had Simmons atop the key. 6 to shoot. Here's Eubanks.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Pass to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Hachimura with it. No good on the 3.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Down low. Here's Eubanks. And a missed layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Outside, Simmons. Batum, the screen. Looking to end the run. Simmons can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 9. And now they decide to foul intentionally. A different look for the Clippers. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. And here's James outside. Rebound by the Clippers. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Out to Doncic. Goes back up. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
Here's LeBron. 8 points for him. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Doncic. Good on the baseline, Jay. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
And so it's the Los Angeles. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Goodwin with it. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage, for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Now Harden. Done outside. Screen by Leonard. To the inside. Hachimura grabs the miss. Deflects the pass. On the wing, Harden. Here's Zubac. Harden outside. Lays it up off the glass.
A smart play with the ball there. Harden just making the right decision.
Here's Finney-Smith. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
And it's the Lakers ball to the right side. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to connect. Now Hachimura. 5 to shoot. As a junior college product, Dalton Knecht, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee. And there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Harden right side. Hachimura grabs the miss.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Harden. The rebound by the Lakers. There's the triple. And Knecht gets it to go.
And that's Knecht's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
Powell, that's good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's the Lakers with it. 10-point lead. Tipped away. Stolen by Harden. Here's Leonard. And he goes big with the dunk right over Rui Hachimura.
Well, kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Pass to Vincent. Inside. Now here's Goodwin. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A great hustle from Harden in transition, getting up the court as quickly as possible.
And here is Goodwin, guarded by Powell. .156 left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Goodwin. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target with his 3. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Stolen by Reeves. Ball's not loose. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
No one near James as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Lakers lead by 7. Pass to Leonard. In the paint, Kawhi gets it done.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
To the middle. A shot by LeBron, no good. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Luka Doncic.
So good at drawing contact and literally winning trips to the free throw line. Harden feasting on any chance to draw a foul.
And here's the Lakers. Over in the corner, Doncic. No good on the triple.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for James Harden.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a one-possession game.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
It falls!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
A 3 from Leonard. They grab their own miss. Launches it. The shot off that time. And so they foul. And sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. Now here's Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And Stan, here we've got 2 of the highest scoring teams in the entire NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, there is firepower everywhere with these 2 teams. So defensively, you can't take away everything, but you have to try to take away something.
Limit some things, right, Coach? You can't stop everything on the play.
Not at all. You've got to pick your poison and decide what you can live with.
Here's Tatum. And the rejection by Holmgren. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mark Daigneault. David?
Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game, guys.
Thanks, David. Thunder off to a quick start here. It's a 5-point game. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Jrue Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And because he can score from all over the floor, Porzingis can find space inside. That's not the case for most 7-footers.
Here's Holmgren. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Outside Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. On the wing, Brown. There's the drive. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here are the Thunder now. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And that one, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 now.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Boston off to a slow start, trailing by 5. Outside, Porzingis. And Holmgren pulls it down. Here's Hartenstein. From outside, off the mark. Here's the Celtics with the ball. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Now here's White. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis, that's a 2. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Williams.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Tatum gets the bucket.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hartenstein. And a missed layup. The Celtics with the lead. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, he sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Here's Holmgren. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Looking to end the run. Wallace looking for an opening. 4 on the shot clock. For the 3. Holmgren can't hit. Celtics leading by 6. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
The Celtics have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And it's the attention to detail that sets Tatum apart from most players in our league.
And so Tatum nails them both. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Pass to Caruso. And he jams it with authority.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Here's Hauser from past the arc. It's good from long range.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He got into double digits. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Here's Brown. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wiggins. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Brown with the bucket.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. Nobody near Williams. Off target from outside. Boston leading by 9. Brown outside. Back to White. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Pass to Cornette. Excellent D there from Williams. Back to Wallace. On the wing, Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Brown with it. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Off target at the rim. Thunder trailing by 7. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. The Thunder shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And he nails the third. Celtics leading by 5. Holiday looking for an opening. It's blocked. And now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Williams, that's good.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. To the right side. Wallace outside. Poked loose. Here's Porzingis. And the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got 9.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. He's off on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. The Celtics with the lead. 3-pointer. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. In the corner, Wallace with it. Stolen by Holiday. Here's Porzingis. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. The Celtics making a switch here. 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Tatum looking around. Oh, looping down the lane. Tatum.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Pass to Holmgren. To the paint. Here's Williams. Rebounded by Tatum. Out to the right wing. Here's Hauser. That three off the mark. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics out in front. They're up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Celtics leading by 4. Outside Holiday. Top of the key, Porzingis. Launches it. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. Here's Oklahoma City. It's stolen by Brown. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Tatum. Shoots the 3. Boston again missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by White. Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Celtics leading by 3. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now here's Brown. Tatum wide open, he fires one. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pass to Hartenstein. Over Porzingis. A nice shot by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got his first points in this one.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Craig sets a screen. Here's Brown. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City trailing. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Cornette. Back to Tatum. Here's Tatum's range on display.
This is how refined Tatum's motion is. He needs so little setup time.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Back to Hartenstein. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. Lets the three fly. The Thunder pull it in. Williams outside. They get it back. Holmgren.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. Holmgren hits them both. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by 1. They set the pick. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Second free throw, no good. For the lead. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's 13 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Brown. .102 left here in the third quarter. Yep, it counts.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
And the shot goes down. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Brown outside. Takes it inside, and it goes down 2 points. Brown's got 6 points.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Pass to Caruso. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Horford.
And using the defender's aggression against him, Gilgeous-Alexander with a savvy move.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Outside, Horford. Pass to Hauser. Right side, Holiday. Banked in off the glass. Holiday's got his first bucket in this one.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Thunder lead by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Thunder with the lead. Up and in on the layup.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Outside Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. 11 points for Porzingis. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Boston.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
A shot by Pritchard, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That is his first foul of the game. And taken away by Brown. And they're running. Tatum with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by Williams. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Oh, they get it back. Pass to Caruso. Outside Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound Boston. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Outside Porzingis. Dort grabs the miss. Here's Oklahoma City now. It's a one-point game. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
On the wing, Holiday. Celtics passing it around. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
Thunder on D. The lead is 2. Here's Tatum. No good that time. Good D by Holmgren. Here's Williams. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And running offense through Holmgren. Great court awareness and really unselfish.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Hartenstein up top. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
First one falls for him. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Right side, White. A 3 from Porzingis. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
And you can rely on Porzingis in these moments. He's always ready to shoulder the load offensively.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. .146 left to play in the final quarter. Kept alive. Here's Porzingis. And finally, that one's good. Porzingis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual
Oh, the nigga wasn't gonna come back and whip that ass, huh?
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. .121
left in the fourth quarter. Tatum.
It's over, boy.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.